Glump's life started with a flash of red. Dark magic? Maybe a curse? It's all a bit confusing for Glump. Glump doesn't know much about curses. Right when Glump was born, a bug plopped into Glump's birthing ooze, and all of the evil meant for Glump went into the bug. Glump named this bug Henry, a name Henry strongly disliked. Truth be told, Henry wasn't too fond of Glump either. So Glump came here, hoping to lend a hand to weary travelers. Glump's biggest dream? To save Henry one day. Henry never asked to be evil, just like he never asked to be called Henry.
Glump? Who are you talking to? Oh! I forgot we left you guys down here at the end of last episode. I hope Glump wasn't bothering you too much. He's full of crazy stories. I'm honestly not sure if I believe any of them. Thanks for entertaining the audience, Glump, but I think I can take it from here. You know what though? Why don't you do the intro?
Okay. Welcome to Avid Adventures, episode Glump.
No, 32. Welcome to Avid Adventures, episode 30 Glump. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're going to start today's episode off with an experiment, because recently I've noticed that my episodes aren't being pushed out to their usual audience. So here's the plan. If you guys could just take a moment to give the video a like and leave a comment about what you thought about Glump's intro. How did he do? You know Glump reads all of the comments. And while you're at it, it would mean so much if you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. I'm really curious actually if it makes a difference. Now, if you guys remember in the last episode, we made Glump, a primordial ooze that acts as an ender chest. And a lot of you guys in the comments wondered, Avid, why didn't you just use, an ender chest? Well, if you guys remember, this is the Vilethorn Dungeon, a roguelike dungeon where players gear up, obtain the currency known as blood clots, and buy a trapped soul, defeat one of the two bosses in this area, and beat the dungeon. Now, the reason I can't use an ender chest is because you're not supposed to be able to take items in or out of the dungeon. And if I used a simple ender chest, then players could stuff that filled with all of their best items, and it just kind of defeats the point of the dungeon, right? Now, speaking of the dungeon, today we are going to be testing out the entire Vilethorn Catacombs roguelike dungeon, and we are going to be taking on the Light Path boss today. Now, for those new to the channel, hello, welcome. You're probably wondering to yourself, why are you just playing this map? Like, what is that all about? Well, I've been working on this adventure map for 4 years. And recently I updated this map from 1.20.1 to 1.21.4, and everything is horrifically broken. So in season 4 of Avid Adventures, we've been going through every single quest, testing them out, fixing the bugs, and getting this map ready for the next patron release. Now, of course, the plan is to one day release this map entirely for free for you guys, but we're a little bit of a ways away from that. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to be running this dungeon today, and in between the moments of action, I have a few awesome builds planned for you guys, and rumor has it, Leon SBU has been working on a mega build in his ice area. I am so excited to see that, but first things first, we've got a dungeon to run. So, let's begin. All right, I'll check our intro chests here. Oh, some steak and 1 blood clot. That's pretty good. No way. What are the odds? That's the second best bow in the dungeon. I'm gonna quickly do the odds of that. Hold on 1 second. Doing out the math to get this bow in the first 2 chests of the dungeon comes out to 1 in 2,105. And the reason is because each of these chests have 2 to 3 rolls of the loot table. The loot table has a 1% chance of rolling to the bow's loot table, and this bow has a 1% chance of showing up in that loot table. That is, the odds of that are kind of almost criminal. And you know what? In order to raise the stakes a little bit, yeah, you see what I did there? If I die even 1 time in this dungeon, I will eat an entire jar of pickles on stream. So, without further ado, let's get into the dungeon. Now, before Past Me goes into the dungeon, I probably should explain a little bit about how it works. You know, for those of you who haven't seen Season 1 of Avid Adventures, there are something like 53 different rooms in this dungeon. Some of the rooms are mostly parkour. Other rooms have players searching for a lost treasure. We've got puzzle rooms, combat rooms, and a bunch of others that you guys are gonna see in the playthrough. Now, inside each of these rooms are chests, and these chests have a variety of loot that allow players to gear up, get stronger, and make their way through the dungeon. Each room presents its own unique challenge, and once players get to the end of the room, they're going to see this black concrete here. When the black concrete is stepped on, players are transported to the start of another random room. There's also sometimes this gray concrete, which has a chance to send players to one of the bonus rooms. Bonus rooms are awesome because they have a ton of amazing loot, but generally, they come with some kind of challenge. Now, the way that I control which room players are teleported to is I use a pseudo-random armor stand system. By pseudo-random, I mean that I keep track of which rooms have already been teleported to, and so that way when choosing the next room to teleport players to, I can exclude those rooms from the random selection. And what that does is that ensures that players get some variety as they're traveling through the dungeon. Now, once players earn enough money in the dungeon, they can buy a trapped soul from Pack Rat, which they then need to carry through the entire dungeon in the hopes of finding one of the two exits. One exit leads players to the light path, the other leads players to the dark path. That was basically an entire season of work from me in about 4 minutes. So you know what? Let's just get back to the fun and see if I end up having to eat that entire jar of pickles. Okay, well, let's head on in. The backup. Okay, there's a guy with a bow in this. We need to take care of him first. And then we need, yes, this guy though, this melee guy with the eyeball, he can take us out fairly quickly. Unfortunately, we're on a low room streak right now, so this room isn't quite as difficult. Let's take a quick look at our loot. We finally have a sword, or I should say finally, in the first room, we get a sword, which is awesome. And we head into the next room. Nice, okay, a puzzle room. This puzzle matches the mansion puzzle up above. And all you have to do is make the pattern up there match the pattern down here like this, and we've done it. Let's go. Let's take a look at our loot. Mostly trash. Okay, this is Screaming 8's water spout room. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. We're in trouble. Oh man, there are some tight quarters in here. It's honestly, it's a little unnerving. We basically need to use these water spouts to get up to the top area. Oh, that is looking pretty nasty down there. Fortunately, we have this bow, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of these guys. Now, I know of a secret chest in this area. Let's see if we can try to get it without dying. We push that button and we head up to this upper area, and yes, not really worth it. And we're into the next area. Okay, we have a 5-room streak, which is nice. And if I remember correctly, we just need to run up to the top, but we need to be super careful because monsters can spawn on these stairs and they kind of crowd up the staircase. Yeah, like that. Okay, keep moving. Oh yeah, see, like I said, they spawn right on top of you. Let's get out of here. And we are back in the combat room. Now that we have a 5-room streak, I think we might get a slightly harder combat challenge. I don't like that I don't have any armor, but that's all you can do in these early rooms. Please give me armor. Armor of any kind. Please, armor. Darn it. Okay, that pickle jar is looking, I'm a little nervous. This room, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, this room is bad. Mainly because there are drowned with tridents on either side, and we have to get across a giant water pit. If we move quickly, this room isn't a problem, but if we don't, they're gonna destroy us with tridents. Okay, water's dropping from the ceiling. Let's go, let's go. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I will not eat a jar of pickles on stream. Oh my gosh, we're back at the checkpoint. Let's go. Now I am noticing a little bit of a bug. It looks like some of the items don't stack with each other. Like maybe the bonus items that you get on room streaks don't stack with the items that you get in chests. I'm gonna have to put that down as a bug, and we're gonna have to look at it in a little bit. Because yeah, I have a feeling we won't be able to trade these items with Pack Rat. They're like missing missing a component. Okay, interesting. Anyways, we do have 37 bones, which is nice because we can trade those to bones and get 4 more blood clots. I think one of the most essential items you can get in this entire dungeon is a shield. So now with this, I feel a little safer going back into the dungeon. All right, back into the dungeon. Oh boy, this room might just kill us. This is the fish horde room. This room generally means certain death. You know what? I have a strategy for it. I'm gonna try to do it. Here goes nothing. All right, in this room, my strategy is to get underwater and hide from the guardians. At least break line of sight. So we need to break line of sight as quickly as possible because they're targeting us. Okay, nice. Now I'm just gonna wait here. What happens is the water level rises in this room very slowly, and oh my gosh, we got a leather tunic. And once I can get to the exit up there, I'm home free. But until then, guardians are pouring out of the walls. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, there's a guardian on me. Oh my gosh, there are so many. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Just run, just run, just run. Oh, I didn't get any loot. But I got out. Oh, actually, you know what? I got this tunic. So that could have been a lot worse. You know, towards the higher room counts, that room actually isn't half bad because you can farm those guardians for tons and tons of loot. 15 room streak. We get speed, which actually isn't great for these parkour sections. How long do I have speed? 5 minutes. Do I even take the risk of jumping to one of these things? You know, let's do it. Oh, I don't like that. But it was worth it. Oh my gosh. Diamond pants. That's huge. Okay. Okay. We can do this. We were in MCC. Whew. Yes. Yes. And another bow and a bunch of food. That was worth it. It's just I don't like it. You know, let's just get out of here and I'm never doing that again. Okay, it's our first introduction to the very scary jungle room. Some challenges with this room are mainly around getting crowded by mobs, which are already attacking me from all over. These guys are the scariest, the melee guys, and our goal here is to find a sparkling chest. I see it up there, a barrel. We really need to just get up into the canopy, because down here, it is extremely dangerous. So I'm just gonna climb up here and hope I don't get shot down by a skeleton. Twinkle, twinkle. I hear it, I hear it. Ah, yes, it's over there. How do I get to that? Drop down there. And we have the artifact. We now take the artifact to one of the 3 possible exits here. And I do happen to know that that exit leads to the secret room. Odds are pretty low that we'll actually get a secret room, but it's worth a shot. First things first, I want to take care of these jerks though. Ow. Oh my gosh, that guy almost killed me. Oh, so rude. Okay, nice. This one isn't too bad. As long as you, don't fall in the lava. And I'm just gonna be a little fancy about it. And would you look at that? A diamond helmet. Not gonna say we're snowballing, but things are going well. 20 room streak. We got 5 loot rolls, baby, and we have more speed. Nice. I don't think we got much from those 5 loot rolls, if I'm honest. But it is nice to be fast until it isn't, and then it's awful. Like right here in this area. Yeah. It's this area. This area is not fun because that one wrong step and I fall down. I'm not even going to that chest. I'm not doing it. Just go. Just go. Yes, I'm okay. I held my breath that entire time. I hate this room. That's the void. I hate this room. And we just got 5 loot rolls and resistance. Now we have this resistance for 5 minutes. So as you can see, we are starting to snowball a little bit as we run down the, oh, I'm on fire. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I'm stupid. That was stupid. This is not smart. That was not smart. I might try to get over to that secret room, and since we have resistance, I should be able to just drop down, yes, on top, rather than having to do this parkour nightmare. And we're gonna take the alternate exit to the secret room. And it's at this point that we really wanna maintain a high room streak. The room streaks are how, oh no, oh, we got a boss, we got a mini boss. The Berserk Rune Scribe. He doesn't have any major attacks. He's just kind of a mini boss, but he does have a lot of health and he does a lot of damage. He is actually literally infinite. Yes, I got him, and I got a diamond sword out of that. Nice. And we are at the checkpoint room. Let's go. I want to move quickly, so I'm just going to stash as much as I possibly can here of stuff. And we're heading back into the dungeon. All right, bridge room is pain. Bridge room is pain unless you have a shield. This is why we get a shield. It's certain death if you don't have a shield, because they have punch bows. Hi. It's all about the rune streak. 5 loot rolls plus luck 1. We're snowballing. We didn't get anything amazing. We got some leather boots that are worse than what we already have, but we do have luck 2, and that does impact the chest. If you notice, these chests are now going to have significantly more loot. We have found a secret room. This is kind of insane. Okay, this greed can get us here. Greed can kill us here. I'm leaving. I actually don't even, it's not worth it. That room is not right now. We're not tanky enough and we could lose everything. What room is this? Oh, this is water flows upside down room. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, there's an exploit in this room where, oh, okay. There was a time when you could infinitely kill the monsters on the ceiling here, and there's nothing they could really do about it, but I guess they're invulnerable now. That's nice. So we stand into that, and we get flipped up onto the ceiling, and now we actually can fight these monsters. With all this luck, the monsters are dropping a lot more loot now. Realistically, I could stay in this room, but I want to keep the loot streak going. And we're just going to keep moving. Aha! We have found the second secret room, and this one we can't just run away. There's a Ravager at the end of the corridor, and apparently there are creepers there. That's interesting. We're gonna need to take him out. You can't leave the room without killing him. We just need to get some shots from far away. He can't see us right now? Kind of feel bad for the little guy. I don't know what's... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, play the dungeon as it lies. And this bonus room has an awesome reward at the end. It's 16 chests. I'm just going to grab the good stuff. And what I'm seeing here is it looks like the blood clots found inside of chests are the ones with 9 components. So I think that's what's causing the NBT incompatibility. And we just got a 50 room streak. This, I believe that's the highest room streak you can have. We have resistance 3 and luck 3. Things are about to be a little crazy now. Now things started to go exceptionally well. We made it through Dr. Trog's levitation room. We found an axe of the crypt, and we found the cursed legs of the crypt in the checkpoint room chest again. Oh my gosh. The cursed legs. I found the cursed legs. Back in we go. Ooh, this room is not fun. Not fun. Okay, you just have a bad shot, huh? Yeah, hit each other. Fight each other. Nice. And then I need to take this guy out. Oh. Well, all right then. I don't particularly like this room. Ooh, I hate you, Bridge Room 2, but you're very pretty. Now, this is kind of crazy, but I do think we've got here 105 blood clots. That is enough to get a trapped soul. So I guess, Pack Rat, I will take 1. And this is crazy, but if I can get out of this dungeon, I don't have to eat a jar of pickles on stream. All right, well, fingers crossed we find it. Now we're in this secret room too, and I'm pretty sure I'm darn near invincible. Though even still, I probably shouldn't stick around in here too long. We should go. Hi, please move. Man with a better sword with sweeping edge or something, that room would be so easy. Ooh, we made it. We made it. And we have ourselves a trapped soul, which means we're ready to head to the boss. So fingers crossed this all works with the update. Okay, so far so good. I'm kind of sad I'm not going to eat a jar of pickles. I really like pickles. Okay, we are here. We're here. We're ready to fight. And we have a decent loadout. So the idea is, like with any roguelike dungeon, is you gear up and then you have to use all of your equipment to go and beat some big bad boss. So I'm going to set my spawn here. And the next thing we need to do is actually go and fight the boss in there. But before we do, I got a message from Leon SBU, and he wants us to build something over in his ice area. So what do you say we put all of our gear away and take a quick peek and see what Leon wants from us? As you know, in the last episode, I built these really cool icy mountains behind Leon SBU's area, and today he's asked me to build another thing for him. He's been working really hard on this ice biome, and today I'm gonna be building a point of interest inside of this ice biome. Now, I don't want to build just any POI. No, I have an idea of Did you come out of the snow?
Listen, penguins can do a lot of funny stuff. It's best if you just don't ask questions.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for inviting me to do a POI.
Of course, of course. I mean, listen, I'm excited for what you got in mind.
Likewise.
There's a lot of space that needs filling here, so by all means, please.
I've got you covered. So I'm thinking, come fly up a little bit with me here, just a little. Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking in this spot right here, like a hot spring geyser, kind of like Yellowstone National Park, you know, those like really colorful, but like surrounded by snow, and it's melting the snow around it a little bit, and like there are these pretty colors.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds fantastic. This place is so white, it's so bland. Having a little pop of color somewhere would be really, really great. So yeah, by all means.
I have a technique that I think I might try out. I did it at the Frozen Keep, and I'm gonna try something similar. Kind of this big.
Yeah, listen.
This big.
If there's one thing we have here, it's open space. So honestly, make it as large as you like. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, one last thing. Is it cool if it because hot springs are warm and they kind of create like a microclimate? Can I add more like spruce trees around it that are just not totally snowy, but just enough they get like their heat?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to be right over there working on this giant hole in the ground, but I'll try not to peek. And just call me over when you're ready.
Okay, I'll show you. I can't wait.
Sounds good. See you in a bit, man.
Bye. Anyways, I'm super excited for this project. It's a little thing to take our minds off of testing out the Vilethorn Dungeon. And Leon's a good friend of ours, and I want to see if I can impress him with my brand new building skills. So anyways, I'm just going to start the time lapse now, and I don't really know what it's going to look like, but I'm excited. So here we go. I wanted to base these hot springs off of a photo I found from Yellowstone National Park in the US. When I first saw this picture, I thought it must have been doctored, so I found another and another. And holy cow, these things actually exist. So my idea was to start with a basic noise pattern using Axiom. The black spots are where the hot springs will be, and I had to use some tricks with the selection tool to get the concentric colored rings just right, as you can see here. After that, I started texturing up the rings with a good block variety. Mostly, I don't want any wool in this build, and that made a nice change. But guys, just wait for these things to be filled with water and smoke. It's going to look amazing. Now, my friends were also online. Here's Devin riding a fish. And then, for some reason, he spawned a lot more fish. This is how a usual stream goes, but at least Vintage Applesauce was productive. She ended up building a gorgeous little church. Turns out it's a cod cult, so do with that what you will. While my friends were busy doing that, I focused on texturing out the ground to match the surroundings. I didn't want there to be any snow in the hot areas. And finally, my favorite part, I got to layer in the trees, and this is what really made the area shine. It's a microbiome. Here is the only place that life can exist in this frozen wasteland, only made possible by the heat of the sulphur pools. And the hot springs are done. And they look so ridiculously cool. My idea with these hot springs was, of course, they're hot, and inside of a really cold biome, they create this sort of microclimate where, trees can't really live anywhere else except for in this area where it's nice and warm and toasty. A lot of trees can thrive, and there's lushness and foliage and grass on the ground. And another really cool thing that I haven't mentioned a lot on this server is that a lot of people have been contributing their own trees. For those who don't know, this is Axiom's blueprint browser. And our server has so many trees to pick from just to place around all over the world. Obviously, that's been Marmalade's big project, but also people like Vintage, J Games, Zeplington, even Avid, yours truly. I've been making trees, and so the trees in this area have been contributed by so many different people. And another really cool thing I did is that I made it so that these geysers actually every now and then randomly will go off and spray this like hot mist. Yes, this was super inspired by the cave face boss area. And also this would make for a very pretty thumbnail. Hold on. But anyways, I'm really excited to see what Leon thinks of this build. And I do see that he's online. So I'm gonna send him a message really quickly. Hey, Leon, come see a thing. Oh, Leon, where are you? Oh, Leon, I'm gonna take a bath in this hot tub. Hello?
Hello? Oh, there you are.
Hey,
Hello?
hey, over here.
Oh, there you are. Hey.
Come on in the hot tub.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you don't want to go fully. You know, they say you shouldn't go all the way under in the hot tub.
I can hold my breath.
Well,
anyways,
I made a thing in your ice area.
You did absolutely make a thing. I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited to show you. So let's probably, you know, I get actually warm in hot tubs, and IRL me, I can't be in a hot tub more than 5 minutes, man.
Really? I don't know. I love them. I could be in them for forever.
No, I get too hot. Anyways, yeah, so this might look like a giant, colorful blob, but
somewhat.
there's a little method to the madness. These are actually based on like a real photo that I saw from Yellowstone National Park.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I was gonna say these are really, really colorful, but they look great, dude. Like this is
Thank you.
Really well done.
Like from the sky too. If you're way up high, it looks really, really interesting. And I also tried to blend the trees with the surrounding area. So if you notice, like there are some really big trees on the interior, especially along this path, and on the outside, it's just a sparser, smaller trees that like that's as big as they can get. You know, they're not quite close enough to the sulphuric heat.
You put a lot of thought into this. It's awesome.
You see this a lot when you're like in high elevation areas here where I live, where like the trees start to get just weirder. The ones that can live up super high, just they aren't quite what you think a tree would look like. They're smaller and funkier and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I just love it. I tried to make an unnaturally lush spruce biome inside of your ice wasteland.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like this whole thing is just snow. Like it's just white, having this cool little pop of color here, and it's so vibrant here compared to the rest of the biome. Like really, it's an awesome little POI here.
Oh, thank you.
It's not even little. Like this place is huge.
Yeah. But anyways, what have you been working on?
Ooh, okay. Well, I've been busy too. So you wanna follow me over there real quick? I got something cool to show you.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And here we are.
What?
It's a big boy, isn't it? Yeah, let's go fly around. Let's go fly around.
What? Wait.
So there's a lot going on, but I'm really curious if you can piece things together. Not so much as a challenge, but just like a, how did I do as an environmental storyteller sort of thing going on.
Oh my gosh, I can see. Okay. The first thing that like really stands out to me, obviously this beak on this gigantic creature. Resembles a certain likeness of a certain creature that you may have an affinity to.
Perhaps.
And then like the rib cage and everything. This thing must have been a gigantic creature. And the one thing that I can tell, so that's the first thing that stands out. Obviously the penguinness of it, the deadness of it, the giganticness of it. Right.
It is very dead, yes.
But then what I notice over here is I noticed there's like some sense of like a struggle that happened. This creature looks like he dragged this sword across the ground and made this ravine with this sword?
Take a look under the ice too.
Oh,
go into
gosh.
free
Oh,
cam
gosh.
or spectator or something and go under here. I don't know how much you can necessarily see, but
I can see a lot.
It's a big old cavern. Okay.
This is so cool, Leon. I mean, the organic itself is spectacular. The texturing, the shaping, like every aspect of it is just, it's so well done.
Aw, thanks, man. And honestly, though, like, pleasure is all mine. You know, this map has been changing so much with all these awesome people, right? You've had, obviously, like, Zeplington and Marm and everybody coming in and just, and Jay doing all these crazy things to other parts of the world. And I had this claimed section that I just didn't touch for, like, 3 months. So
Dude, but
I had
look
to do
at it
something
now.
at some point. And
You did, though.
it's cool. It's pretty
Like,
cool.
Wow. Well, I guess I've got to go back into a dungeon now. So sadly, yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, this sentient slime is trying to steal my YouTube channel, so I kind of need to get back to that.
Yeah, hey, sounds good. Best of luck. You know, keep on fighting whatever you're doing out there. And yeah, I'm gonna polish up this build.
Cool, man. Thank you. I'll see you later.
See you around.
I love those ice builds so much. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you like my hot springs? Did you like Leon's crazy penguin Cthulhu monster? Yeah, I really like that too. Now, we are just about to run this boss, but first, there are a couple of things I need to fix down below. So I cleaned out a lot of the command junk in this boss room. There's probably a lot more that I could do, but essentially what I need to do is remove a lot of the redstone repeaters, because what ends up happening is if you use redstone repeaters in your circuits, it makes it really hard to like reset circuits or start things over if, for instance, a player dies. So as you can see here, I destroyed this entire section, got rid of all of the crazy hoppers and chests, and replaced it entirely with a good, clean scoreboard system. And I also snuck in one secret change, which you guys are gonna have to look out for in the end. Now, what do you say we run this boss?
This should be fun.
Do you think you're some kind of hero in this story? I mean, look at you and look at me.
What do you mean, what's wrong with
The
me?
wave of my hand, I can do this.
Oh yeah.
Still not afraid?
I mean, not really.
This'll be your greatest challenge yet. Here, you'll need this.
All right, so this item here is called the Holy Sickle. I've referenced it many times in this season of Avid Adventures. And what it does is when I pick this up, we begin the boss fight. So what's going to happen first is these boils essentially are going to explode all over the arena, and sometimes out of the boils spawn these eyeball guys. Now this phase is mostly about surviving, killing enough of these eyeball creatures and possibly skeletons until we get a boil spawning over here in the corner. Now the Holy Sickle is a special item that when you're in adventure mode, at least in the boss arena, you can break nether wart. I guess I can't do it from this side. Okay, I should be able to break through here. Yes, and if I see the gooey center, if I break this, we move on to phase 2. Phase 2 involves these guys, the beam conjurers. They create a wither beam, essentially. It requires the player to constantly move in diagonal directions in order to dodge it. Once you figure out that you have to move in diagonals, it's really not that challenging. Now, after a certain amount of time, another boil should spawn in the other corner. There it is, I found it. Okay, so we should just be able to get the guts out, and there we go. Now we're on to phase 3, where the manifestation of the curse reveals itself. Oh gosh, he's hit me. Now in this phase, there are these 2 guardians that sit up in these chambers. And the curse is essentially invulnerable right now, unless you can kill these guardians. Now the thing is about these guardians, they're actually holding a totem, so, so they can actually regenerate their health. He popped the totem, but it didn't matter. Okay, now the curse should be like a 1-hit kill. Let's go. 2-hit kill, 3-hit kill, 3-hit kill. And we now have 1 boil left. And we're gonna just pop that open. And now, all manner of heck is going to break loose in this arena. Every single thing that happened in the prior phases is going to happen now. Yep, all at once. It's chaos. There we go, that's 1. Gotta keep moving. Diagonals, diagonals. Yes, that's both of them. And now there's the manifestation. He's out. He's done. We've got to get the last boil. I think it's over here. Go around the side. There it is. And That is phase 4. Now the final form of the curse reveals itself. Oh my gosh, that's just pure chaos. And we need to take care of these guys. The last thing we need to do is destroy the curse. And the way we do that is we climb up inside of it, making a little staircase like this, and we cut out his brains.
Well done, hero.
We did it! We did it! Hey, where's that guy going? What was that? Well, anyways, that's the Curse of Vilethorn boss. Now, there is one last thing I want to show you guys. But before we do, I just want to mention that there are 2 cutscenes in this boss fight. One of them is at the beginning of the fight, and one of them happens when I press this button. We're going to save both of those for a future episode. Now, before we end today's episode, Marmalade told us she has been working on some custom jungle trees. So how about we end the episode by checking out some amazing stuff she's been working on. Oh my gosh, the custom trees. If you guys don't remember, this jungle area not too long ago was filled with all vanilla trees. And it's been Marmalade's like #1 goal on this server to replace every single vanilla tree, which we still have a couple over here. But oh man, I gotta get up close and see these. Marm!
Hi.
Your trees!
Hello.
Your trees look so good!
Jungle trees.
They look so ridiculously good. Wow.
Thank you.
I just love how these jungle trees look. I don't know if you knew this, but I built this little mushroom tavern on a stream.
I saw this mushroom. Yeah, it looks good.
It looks so good with your jungle trees in the background. And
I surrounded it.
did you make... Hang on. Did you make some stuff back there too?
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah,
What?
no, yeah, I made those.
Oh
I
my
made
gosh,
some
let's go check it
extra
out.
things.
Marm, you made a tree house?
Yeah, I thought it would fit the jungle. Yeah, I mean, you don't
my-
need to go. There's not really much in there. You don't need to go inside. Or...
I mean, I've got to check it out. There's just so... Oh, somebody's left the gate open. It's so... Oh my gosh. Marm, you did such a good job on this.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Is that...
I thought it would fit, yeah.
Is that me? Why would you make me like into like a furry face thing? You're so strange. And this tree...
just a silly joke.
It's
Yeah,
like a jungle thing. Cool. And
Yeah,
the tree up there is just spectacular. Beautiful. Wow. Oh. Well, Marm, you absolutely outdid yourself. This is a ridiculously gorgeous build. The tree house. Anyways, I guess I guess this is probably where I'm gonna end the episode. I've done way too much. I'm excited to see more of your trees.
Yeah, yep, I'm gonna keep working on the trees.
Cool.
Don't worry.
All right, well, I guess see you guys all in the next episode. And take care. Bye.